Have you ever wondered about one of the greatest strengths and hidden dangers within ancient Chinese wisdom? Some point to intellect, others to endurance. But I'll tell you this, one of the most powerful forces is also the most delicate. It's the power of speech. There's an old saying, a person lives by their reputation, a tree lives by its bark. And that reputation? It's carved, word, by what comes out of our mouths. Think about it. Your words can build bridges, seal deals, and create deep bonds. Yet, those same words can burn bridges, destroy trust, and isolate you completely. This isn't just a nice idea. It's treated as a fundamental law in the classic text of change, the I Ching. It maps the core states of our human experience: fortune, misfortune, regret, and hesitation. And where do these states come from? The text is clear. Fortune and misfortune, regret and hesitation, all are born from movement. Movement of what? Two primary things, your words and your actions. They determine your path. And notice, words are named first. Today, I want to get very practical. I'm sharing 3 specific phrases that are pure poison in daily life. Treat them like 3 traps. If you step into one, I promise you your relationships, your career progress, your inner peace, it all takes a hit. Why? Because words are never just words. They are the voice of your inner world. They reveal your character in an instant. You might think, it's just something I said. But no. When you speak, people are listening and forming judgments. And on a deeper, energetic level, the universe takes note. Your blessings can quietly slip away with a single, careless sentence. So, let's uncover these 3 forbidden phrases. Why do they cause so much damage? And how can we rewire our speech to build genuine fortune? The first toxic phrase, that's not my problem. Or its cousin, it's not my job. How often have you heard this? At work, in group projects, even in family matters. When a problem pops up, it feels like an easy exit. The person saying it thinks, phew, I'm off the hook. But in reality, they've just invited trouble. Let me tell you a story. I once consulted for a large firm. There was a young manager, bright, driven, the CEO's golden boy. Everyone saw him as the next in line. Then, his team made a significant error. In the big review meeting, the CEO turned to him and asked for his analysis. His first words were, "Sir, this was handled by my team member. The details, I'm not fully across them. This isn't really my problem." I watched the CEO's expression change at that moment. Later, the CEO asked me, "Professor, what's your take?" I said, "You already have your answer, don't you?" He sighed. I valued his drive, but this shows a lack of backbone. Within 3 months, that rising star was transferred to a distant, quiet department, a polite way of shelving his career. It never recovered. All because of one sentence. Not my problem. Let's break down why this fails so completely. First, it shouts, I'm irresponsible. The I Ching in the Kun hexagram teaches the virtue of bearing with dignity, carrying weight gracefully. Saying, not my problem, is the opposite. You shrug off the weight. You show you can't be relied upon when things get tough. Second, it severs human connection. You say, not my problem. What everyone else hears is, I don't care. You're on your own. Your leader now labels you as an avoidant. Your peers think, so that's who you really are. You've pushed away both support and respect in one go. Here's a key insight. Strong relationships are forged in shared responsibility. Trust doesn't blossom when everything is easy. It deepens when you navigate difficulty together. If you habitually avoid every shared burden, why would good fortune seek you out? Third, it blocks your own path. You might dodge a minor task, but you miss a major opportunity. That problem was a chance to lead, to innovate, to demonstrate your value. You didn't just avoid work, you avoided growth. So, what does wisdom sound like here? It never says, "Not my problem." Instead, it says, "I see the issue. Let's figure out how we can fix this." Or, "This happened on our watch. I'll help find a solution." Exact same situation, completely different energy. You show accountability, initiative, and care. You turn a potential crisis into a trust-building moment. This is the practical wisdom of the I Ching. You attract good by taking correct, responsible action. Please delete "That's not my problem" from your mental library. Now, the second deadly phrase, "I told you so." Or, "See? I knew this would happen." This one emerges when someone else has already failed. The speaker gets a little hit of superiority. But this, after-the-fact wisdom, is pure relational poison. It offers a cheap ego boost for you, at the cost of the other person's dignity. When someone is already stinging from a mistake, your "I told you so" is salt in the wound. They feel mocked, not supported. Their inner response is, "If you knew, why didn't you try to help me before?" It reveals a lack of empathy, not an abundance of intelligence. Tao Te Ching puts it perfectly. He who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. True wisdom is quiet and compassionate. It also makes you an enemy. You've publicly made someone lose face. Who wants to collaborate with someone who keeps score like that? So, what do you say instead? Adopt this guiding principle. Give credit publicly. Take responsibility privately. When the team succeeds, shine the spotlight on others. When things go wrong, within reason, step forward as a leader and share the burden. This isn't a weakness. It's a profound strength. It protects your team's morale and builds fierce loyalty. When others stumble, replace "I told you so" with "What's the next step? How can we move forward from here?" Or, "How can I support you in fixing this?" That is how you accumulate real, lasting goodwill. The third forbidden phrase, "I'm just being honest," or "I'm blunt, don't take it personally." People often use honesty as a free pass to be harsh. This is a critical error. Even Confucius warned, to be straightforward without the anchor of courtesy becomes rudeness. Your so-called bluntness, if it lacks tact, timing, or kindness, isn't a virtue. It's an attack wrapped in an excuse. There's a beautiful concept in Eastern philosophy, be round on the outside, square on the inside. The square inside is your core, your integrity, your principles. That's non-negotiable and good. The round outside is your manner, smooth, considerate, adaptable. It means you speak your truth in a way that others can actually hear and receive. If you're only square, all sharp edges and corners, you hurt people, and they will eventually withdraw from you. You may think you're a brave truth teller. They likely see a bully who lacks social grace. A CEO once confided in me, "Professor, I'm too direct. My team is afraid of me." I asked him a simple question. "Do you feel isolated? Like no one gives you their true thoughts?" He was quiet, then nodded. I said, "Your directness is breaking down trust and morale. Correction is an art. It's best done privately. Start with what's working. Always preserve the other person's dignity." He committed to changing his approach. Soon, the atmosphere shifted. Fear was replaced with genuine respect. Productivity improved. He learned the ancient business principle. Harmony generates prosperity. Good relationships are the foundation of good fortune. So, if you identify as the blunt one, practice this pause. Before you lead with, "I'm just being honest," try, "I have a different perspective on this. May I share it?" Or, "I'm concerned about X. Could we explore a different approach together?" You keep your inner truth, the square, but deliver it with respect and care, the round. This simple shift changes everything. Let's bring it all together. The 3 poison phrases. 1. That's not my problem. It erodes trust and opportunity. 2. I told you so. It destroys empathy and connection. 3. I'm just being honest. It ruins rapport and respect. What's the common root? A mindset that is, put simply, underdeveloped. One that avoids responsibility, lacks compassionate insight, or disregards the impact on others. The I Ching commentary states plainly, disorder and trouble often find their first step in careless speech. Calamity truly can come from the mouth. But here is the beautiful, empowering flip side. If words have the power to bring misfortune, they absolutely have the power to build fortune. When you master your speech, when you choose words that are responsible, warm, and wise, you engage in what the sages called speaking goodness to sow good karma. You are literally paving your own road toward greater auspiciousness. How do you start? First, with nightly reflection. Just for a few minutes, ask yourself, did my words hurt anyone today? Where could I have communicated with more grace? Do this consistently for 3 months. The transformation in your awareness will surprise you. Second, learn to listen more. Often, cultivating powerful speech is about cultivating purposeful silence. Listen to understand the person behind the words, not just to formulate your next reply. The ultimate wisdom isn't about being the most eloquent speaker in the room. It's about knowing when to hold a compassionate silence, and how to speak with a heart that considers others. That mastery, of both the unspoken and the spoken word, is a quiet, profound power. Practice it diligently, and watch as your fortune, in every sense, begins to grow.